friends, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you enjoy cleaning, cooking, and lifestyle videos. I do lots of them on here, or at least I plan to. Tonight I am cleaning the kitchen as well as making some dinner. So I'm making spaghetti tonight, and typically I would just use jarred sauce, but I decided to try out my childhood recipe and make it from scratch.
I should have used a bigger pan. You know what? I'm gonna. Hold on.
And although it did come out pretty good, it definitely was not the same. So I'm gonna have to tweak the recipe a little bit and see if I can figure out kind of how my mom does it to get it to turn out the same as hers. And also, please don't judge my onion chopping skills. They were all getting cooked anyway and then put into this sauce, so it wasn't a huge deal if they were all perfect. And I don't chop a whole lot of onions, so I'm gonna have to learn. I was also trying really hard to get this beef to be as fine as possible. I know some people even use a food processor for that, but I think the chopper and the spatula did a good enough job. Also, I definitely could have used half the beef that I did, but it was fine.
Yes, sweetie. Yeah, baby.
That is not my arm. My arm is not that hairy. And here's the finished product. Looks pretty good and tasted good too. So now we're on to the next day. I did do some dishes before I went to bed that night, but I did not record it. So I just started fresh the next morning, and now I'm just trying to get all of the dishes done. Now, while we're watching me do all these dishes, I did want to ask, do you guys prefer like a fully voiceovered video, or do you prefer listening to music and just watching what's going on, or a little bit of both? I'm doing a little bit of both in this, where I give you a break where you can just listen to the music and watch the video, and then I talk a little bit. But I also do a lot where I do full voiceovers through the whole video, especially like the time-lapse ones where there's no sound. So let me know. I did this one all in real time, and then I just fast forwarded the parts that were repetitive, like the dishes. Yeah, so just let me know what you guys prefer, voiceovers or being able to hear the sounds of cleaning and listening to music, or a little bit of both. Personally, I enjoy editing the real-time videos. I think they're a lot more fun to edit. They take a little bit more time for sure, because you're going through, a couple hours worth of footage instead of 10 minutes. But I really enjoy editing them, and I really enjoy doing voiceovers as well, so. I know this seems like a lot of dishes, but keep in mind that this is not how my sink looks all the time. I actually do keep up on my dishes pretty well. If you watch my TikToks or you've seen any of my previous videos where I talk about my ADHD and creating good cleaning routines and trying to overcome that, you know that dishes has been a solid part of my routine for quite some time now. But we had sick kids and we were sick for the last 2 weeks. We're all finally healthy again, but we had a cold and then the flu, and so things just got left undone because I didn't have the energy to do it. My husband didn't have the energy to do it, and that's okay. It's okay to take a break. It's okay to let things go undone for a little while, and I'm at the point where I'm not going to beat myself up about it because I spent too much time doing that in the past, and I can always get back into that routine once I'm feeling 100%. So like I said, this is not how my dishes look every day. I typically do them every day during nap time, and so I'm most of the time caught up on them. This was just an exception. Plus, I have been baking and cooking a lot more and trying new recipes, which I'm very proud of myself for because cooking has never been my strong suit. I've always had an interest in it, but I've never trusted myself to try. And so now I'm really experimenting with baking and cooking, and that uses a lot of dishes as well.
For giving.
Now the last step to a clean kitchen is clean counters and a clean stove, so I'm going to do that. After spraying my counter down with all-purpose spray, I realized that it was not picking up all the stuff that was stuck on there, so I went in with the power wash and a Scrub Daddy and really scrubbed the counter clean. And then I did the same thing with the stove. I sprayed it with all-purpose cleaner, didn't do the job, so I went back in with the power wash. And then after that, I did shine it with some Windex because it is a glass stovetop. And typically on my stove, I actually like to use the pink stuff, so I'll probably be going back in with that in a couple of days just to get all of the really stuck on spots, like from water boiling over and things like that. I also should mention that spot on the back burner is melted plastic because I accidentally put a spatula on hot burner, so yay me. Also, my KitchenAid has been getting some good use lately because I've been baking so much, and that makes me so happy because I've had this thing for a few years and it didn't really get the use it deserved up until this year. For this countertop, I skipped the all-purpose spray altogether and just went in with the Scrub Daddy because this is my baking counter and there was some stuck-on stuff on here that needed to really be scrubbed off. Also, Scrub Daddy, if you're watching this, you should send me your Christmas sponges. Dinner. That's it for today's video. Thanks for watching, you guys. Remember, you are enough, you are doing enough, and you're amazing. I will see you guys soon for another cleaning video. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel. Bye!